Of the most anticipated Marvel productions this year, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness has got to be in the top 3. Filled with Easter eggs and a vast new multiverse, the second installment of the Doctor Strange films has a large set of prerequisites in order to truly appreciate the new film. As with every other Marvel movie, our characters have been through battle after battle, and it's helpful to understand where they're coming from. Not to mention, the newest movie delves into the multiverse, which could consist of a variety of references to other characters and plots. To support your viewing, whether you've just stepped into the Marvel world or you've been following it for a while and just need a reminder, we're going to share the most suggested titles to watch before you get into that anticipated release of The Multiverse of Madness. Number 1, Doctor Strange. Stephen Strange, played by Benedict Cumberbatch, walks into a mysterious enclave while looking for answers following a disastrous accident. When he stumbles upon something greater, it's up to him to choose what he wants to become. Cascading through time and new worlds, Doctor Strange finds a power he must become responsible enough for. Our eyes open to the many possibilities of time, and with it comes the infinite possibilities of the multiverse. Just as Stephen discovers a new world of magic, we also discover new powers yet to come to the MCU. Time is important, and everything can change in an instant. Doctor Strange is a large part of Phase 4 so far, and he will continue to be important. Watch his origin story before diving into the world of sorcery and infinite realities. Number 2, Avengers Age of Ultron. This movie is the first time we meet Wanda, aka Scarlet Witch, played by Elizabeth Olsen. We see a part of her past as she teams up with a terrifying threat against the Avengers. The team has to fight against Ultron, the AI once created for peacekeeping, but now turned world-hating super machine. Trying to stop him from causing human extinction, the Avengers must use their powers to fight for freedom under the tyrant. Wanda, though once working against them, becomes one of the Avengers' greatest allies and most powerful fighters. Her electric and telekinetic-based powers come in handy as she finds herself throughout the film. Wanda's beginnings are as dark as they are intriguing. It's important to see where she comes from and what she's been through, as she's one of the most influential characters in Phase 4. She plays a major part in the multiverse, and we're begging to see where she'll go next. Number 3, Avengers Infinity War, and number 4, Avengers Endgame. Recently, the most influential movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. These two are necessary for understanding the post-snap world you're about to dive into. Surrounded by our favorite heroes, Doctor Strange takes part in the largest battle the Avengers have faced. Thanos and our heroes race to the Infinity Stones, which are all-powerful in allowing their owner to control reality, time, power, space, mind, and soul. In Endgame, our heroes continue to fight, even after everything seems to be against. Witness every hero in the MCU band together to destroy the worst villain we've seen yet. Amidst tragedy and heartache, they fight for the world to become whole once again. We find ourselves asking how the Avengers can cope with a threat this large. But as we see in the movies and shows that follow, our heroes have been greatly affected by the big purple villain. Character development and the overall timeline in the movies that follow Endgame teeter on the events of the two biggest movies of the franchise to date. Phase 4 movies and shows have so far followed up on the events of Endgame. Though the multiverse will bring new levels to the MCU and the heroes' enemies, the world won't ever forget the snap of Thanos and how much our heroes gave to keep the world safe. Number 5. What If? A short series available on Disney+, we take a look at snapshots in the Marvel Universe and what could have happened if one thing had changed in the timeline. A list of exciting and newfound opportunities are explored, and we can see new potential for the vast amount of universes waiting for us in the multiverse. In reference to other movies in the MCU, we see our favorite characters turn down different paths, and find out what would have become of them should things have ever changed. New personalities and characters emerge from the most prolific events in the MCU today. In creating the series, Marvel fans have begun to wonder how much the universe could expand given that multiple realities are now possible. And with the probability of characters showing up in the second Doctor Strange installment, brings into question which of the scenarios are going to possibly be brought into other movies based on the multiverse. Though not every possibility will be explored, the Multiverse of Madness, specific characters, and what-ifs will surely be a part of the movie. Specifically, Captain Carter and Sinister Strange characters are said to be making an appearance. In the realm of all possibilities that is the multiverse, it's worthwhile to check up on what the MCU has already declared a possible outcome in other realms. Number 6. WandaVision. It's important to continue to explore one of the titular characters in the new movie, Scarlet Witch. We learn more about her backstory and are witness to her grief after the events of Endgame. Allowing Wanda to be at the center of her own show, we can finally delve into her full story and her interactions with characters from the past. In old sitcoms, we watch Wanda and another beloved character from the MCU, her love interest, Vision, as they live life in an odd environment filled with stereotypical television quips and scenarios. Without giving too much away, the television facade eventually is broken down and we discover a world filled with emotion and Wanda's overwhelming grief. Soon we learn not everything is as it seems and are confronted with a power we never thought possible. Wanda has extremely high potential to help out in the multiverse. Her powers are helpful and even stronger than before. She's believed to be one of the most powerful heroes currently in the MCU. Don't miss out on catching up with one of the main heroes in our new multiverse. If you only have time to watch one or two things from the list, we recommend this one and Doctor Strange. Number 7. Spider-Man No Way Home. Though we only see Doctor Strange for a few moments throughout the movie, its multiverse-themed plot is sure to be influential in the future of the MCU. Peter Parker and his friends are tossed into a world where everyone knows the identity of Spider-Man. When it impacts their college admissions, Peter goes to Doctor Strange for help. In a large mess of jumbled words and demands, they break open a slew of realities that weren't meant to come into their universe. As they try to clean everything up, we realize opening the multiverse comes with big consequences. No Way Home opened our eyes to the possibility of other realms and how big the multiverse really is. It's a new kind of threat our heroes have never encountered. Though it's difficult to understand, we do learn a few new things about the multiverse and its ability to change our own world. This is technically the first film to show the multiverse, though Loki, the short series, was the first to introduce it into the MCU. We see differing timelines in Avengers Endgame, but it's not outright titled the multiverse, as it deals mainly in one timeline. Number 8. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. More specifically, look out for the character Wong. Our beloved sidekick of Doctor Strange is only in the movie for a few minutes, but we love to see him watching over the universe. In this movie, a new hero, Shang-Chi, must confront his past as he's drawn into the mysterious and ferocious Ten Rings organization. His powers are discovered as the movie goes on, and we watch Shang-Chi find his true purpose as he delves into the world he's tried to run from. We see our dearest friend Wong in a variety of scenes, but most importantly, the end credits scene. Our main takeaway from him in Shang-Chi is that he's doing the work of the Sorcerer Supreme and gathering heroes for another terrifying villain. Wong is one of the best sidekicks in the Marvel Universe, and he'll be one of the biggest powers in helping our heroes in Phase 4. He continues his role in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness and is one of the most beloved characters in the MCU. Number 9 is Loki. In this Disney Plus series, we follow Thor's brother Loki, the god of mischief, as he's found to be a variant of the all-powerful Time Authority's sacred timeline. In a previous movie, we catch Loki getting his hands on something he was never supposed to. While creating a split in the timeline, he is captured as to not create chaos in the multiverse. Upon his arrival, he's informed that a variant of himself, another Loki, is causing trouble in different multiverses. The ending to the series paves the way for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, showing that timelines have run amok and chaos is soon to fill the world of the heroes we know and love. Understanding another piece of the multiverse could come in handy when watching the new movie. Number 10, X-Men. Though not technically in the MCU, Professor Charles Xavier's voice is in the trailer for the Multiverse of Madness. And if No Way Home can bring in different Spider-Man universes, we know the multiverse can bring us a variety of characters not yet found in the MCU. X-Men follows a gang of unique genetic mutations who fight to protect a world that fears them. Although there are a long list of X-Men movies, X-Men made in the year 2000, we can begin with this one knowing that we will at least have some background knowledge of any of the X characters coming our way in the multiverse. In order to understand references or possible new character entries to the MCU, watch X-Men. Though other Marvel movies have the ability to stand alone, the Multiverse of Madness is said to contain many references and characters, so it's probably best that you check out some context before heading in. It's also said to have a darker tone than most other movies, so be prepared for something more intense than your typical Iron Man or Captain America film. To recap our list, the 10 best movies and shows to catch up on before going to see the Multiverse of Madness are Doctor Strange, Avengers Age of Ultron, Infinity War and Endgame, the Disney Plus series What If, WandaVision, Spider-Man No Way Home, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Loki, and X-Men. Did we miss any? Let us know if there's any content that you wish you'd seen before heading in to see Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. The movie is out in theaters now, so without writing spoilers, tell us what you thought in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video or would like to see more Marvel content, please like and subscribe. See you next time.